Hello, everybody. Welcome. Roses like investigator. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Roses like investigator. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Roses like investigator. So, hello. Hmm. So, guys, hi. How have you been, huh? Hmm? Hmm? Charlotte, parle français. Doreen, Arnold, Audrey, Warren, Susan, Simmons, J.D. Evans brings our transformation. Oh God! Oh, here, okay. Let's sing. Joy, Parker, Jody, Lamb, Joan, Springsteen, Jeffy, and Cynthia, Allen, Julian, Martin, Indivisible, San Francisco, and Levesque, Jess, R. Okay, Donna, Hageman. Guys, am I like a teacher? I don't want to be like, it's not. It's just like kind of get it together, happy here. So, another day in paradise, huh? Together, another day paradise. Ooh. So, okay, guys. So I organized questions today. So, so I think I suggest we get started, okay, right away, okay. Because guys, as you know, there's no need to comment, right? What do you say about the trash show? Okay, sorry, it's kind of hot. So suddenly got hot here. So because I'm wearing, it's kind of hot, a little too warm. But long story, too much TMI. But guys, oh, I forgot water. So I got water. Guys, if I need water, should I go get water? Should I go get water? Maybe I should. So, but I'm gonna follow the questions. Okay, there's a lot, and if you don't mind, I'm gonna do the vision. I liked how it was last time because it felt like a conversation. You know, it felt like a conversation, like a very natural conversation. I really liked it how it was. You know, so just in case, I'll get water here, right? So I'm gonna go get water. I'll be right back. So okay. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. So 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 yeah. Oh, so it's a co-working space here. Oh my god. So it's cute. It's cute. So anyway. Oh my god, I mixed with the tea. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, there's now. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay. So guys, but I want to get started, like I was saying, okay, because there's a lot of questions, okay? So like I was saying, I liked last time because we were very close together. Yeah. And I have cards here to confirm, but I just felt like I was like having a conversation, together. Not that it was not before, but I feel like sometimes cards can be really fun, but I don't know. I just feel like for some reason, go through phases. So okay, I'm gonna get started. Started here, okay? All right. So I like that as protection, beautiful, like I'm a demand of breathing. Creative circle of light, step into, feel protected, connected. Invite everybody in who to protect the connected has information come on my answers to create the good. So I have my own pillow. Make my little pillows here. Look, I'm not gonna show because I have my goals. Like it's not cute. I have pillows. Somebody's gonna stop and like see my goal. Don't, because you can barely read it. That's the point. Okay. So anyway, so it's my own personal Reiki pillow. So anyway, so so anyway, so I'm gonna get started. Okay, so let's go. Let's go together. Let's go. So I already asked about Fiona Hills. I'm following like I'm just following here the questions that I updated. So it's still going on supposedly. Okay, or maybe I don't know. I should look into it, right? Because like I said before, guys, there was when I was watching the last video that I did, not the one last night, but the one on Friday that I put on YouTube because um Citadel asked if I could make it public because there was an interesting insights. But anyway, so I looked into it and the comment I had made about her was not that I don't think it was clear that we were first talking about Jovanovic, but the second part of it was that it's strange that she started working for Trump. I mean, but I guess it's easy to say, and in some ways, it's better to have. It's good that we have some people, decent people working, within the Trump administration. Because if we didn't have, where would we be? Okay, but I know. So I'm just still interested. And just so, and if you don't know, guys, so there's news that came out that the guy named Michael McKinley, a senior advisor to Pompeo, just resigned. He's scheduled for an interview. Okay, so another person. So it feels like everybody in the State Department is really going, telling like it is, telling the truth. Okay, so this is good. But I just want to know how it went. Did you see, guys? I think it was what's his name? Matt Getz. He was kicked out of it. He was kicked out of Fiona Hill. He could not ask questions. I said for him, no said for Matt Guts. Oh, said for him. He loves a good person, him. No, he's not. But let's see here. So how was the testimony? Yeah, the first images I see, guys, are I don't know that she's probably just speaking, but I see these images of maps, like she's projecting these maps, okay? And it's like she's just saying that because she has so much experience, she's been a specialist in Russia for like 30 years or something. And then she talks about how things were before Trump and after Trump. So she's kind of giving a class in international relations, right? She's saying how, she's explaining what Putin's position was and how she's saying here's A and here's B. And then this is how Trump morphed into doing exactly what Russia's positions were. So she's not just saying like she's giving anecdotes, but she's also saying that Trump really did everything that Putin wanted in the end. Even if she's not, it's not to say like, it's not just that she says, oh, he said this or that on that call, is that she's saying that actually in reality, he's achieving all the goals that Putin had for Russia. So that's what she's concerned about. Okay, and then she talks about, okay, one sec. I still, I actually have a question. Why did Trump hire her? This is what I don't understand. Why did he hire her? Because she was hired by Trump for the Trump administration. She's not so why did he pick her? Is it maybe, I'm sure it could have been a facade, but it's strange that knowing what she's about, so why did he pick her? Guys, it's kind of sad and strange. So on the first thing, they said, of course, they're not going to put somebody like Sebastian Gorka or someone who's an overt Russian asset person. They wanted, like, honestly, I see that Trump saw her like Nikki Haley because he thought she was vaguely ethnic in some way, or like she was like a dark-haired brunette, and she's like, oh, she's like Nikki Haley, she's tough. But in the end of the day, she's a woman. Honestly, he thinks of women like that. So he thought she would kind of like accept what he had to say, but they felt like they needed a quote unquote serious person as on the facade, okay, and that she had a good reputation with Republicans, or that she was I guess appointed by Bush. I saw today. Okay, so this is why. So she's just saying that how things changed. She's very cold. She's not like the other woman, Ivanovich, because it wasn't personal. For her, it's not personal like it was with Ivanovich. So she was just explaining how the changes happened and how he really kind of like telling over and over again how Trump really wanted the whole thing had a lot to do with Putin and not so much with the what's his name, the guy. Hunter Biden. And because, guys, one of the interesting aspects of this propaganda about Hunter Biden is that it makes it seem like it's about it's not about Biden, it's about Russia. This whole thing with Ukraine and creating this propaganda and trying to like say that A, that the Democrats are bad, and that B, Ukraine is bad because they're connected to Democrats. That's a Russian idea, not, but at the end of the day, who really ultimately wins, it's Russia. So that's what she explains. And this guy Matt Goetz was like they were trying to interrupt her testimony, but it didn't work. It didn't work because, guys, those Republicans like that, the ones that are super pro Russia, like Matt Goetz and those people, they're just basically chaos agents. They want to interrupt. They want to create a mess. They want to, so it's like, so they're doing the right thing by keeping it, how do you call it? Keeping it secret. Okay, in other words, not making their circus that that they want, and also they're saying they want to protect the people in the State Department because they never had it's one thing to have somebody like Pompeo in public, and it's another having somebody like her, because somebody like her is not, is like a person who doesn't need to be speaking public, and some of it there's a degree of security, you know what I mean? Like, it's some of the information should not be shared in public. Okay, so they don't want to create a media circus and stuff like that. Okay, so how does it end for, how does Adam Schiff see this? How does it end for Republicans, for Democrats, and for the Trump administration? So the Democrats are confident that she gives the full picture. She's a specialist. She gives a full picture of how things changed within the Russia department over there since Trump went into power. Then the Republicans feel like, because they're saying the Republicans, they want to present the whole thing of Russia as like a very normal development. The last thing they want is somebody who's going to connect the dots and show how they're just pushing Russian propaganda. Because, that's the ultimately sad thing here, is that the whole thing that they claim, the whole propaganda against Democrats is really not about necessarily the Democrats, but the Russians. Like, what do they want? Think about how Putin hated Hillary and he wanted to take her down. And we forget about that sometimes. We think it was not just Trump. Trump is accomplishing a bigger goal of Putin. Okay. So, you know what I mean? So it's depressing when you think about it, but that's it. The Republicans are upset because facts are on the table. Well, no facts. No, no, no. So anyway, so interesting. Okay, so next, look at next on my house. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so it's just, guys, I see this piling up with facts against Trump, against the Trump, because it's not just Trump, but Pompeo and Giuliani, others. No, no, no. Because there's not one person who has credibility, who believes their bullshit, who comes, who justifies their stuff. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. Okay, so new Michael McKinley, a senior advisor to Pompeo, who just resigned, is scheduled for a transcribed interview with the committees leading to the impeachment inquiry on Wednesday at 10 a.m., according to multiple sources. What will he say? What will he say? Because, so guys, this is the guy who was one of his top aides in the State Department who resigned. And I paid attention to him because before this, he was working in Brazil. And I'm kind of like, I think, so I don't know. Maybe he's not a shady person. He was supposedly very real. It's kind of, he is. No, he's not. He's not, like, he's so creepy to me, Mike Pompeo. I don't know. So, okay, so I just see here 1 second, okay, just to make sure that I don't have too many programs open because it's slow. It's saying it's slow. The connection is slow. Anyway, so okay. So okay, so then, so what will he say? Yeah, I think he's saying something to the effect that he came to the State Department because he was always a career diplomat, and he followed the American interests and so forth. But Pompeo was like, he's saying, he's like there was a glass, like he was looking at something that we were not. He was pursuing an agenda that was contrary to U.S. interests, and he doesn't want to admit it. He's lying. He told me something very different, And it's like, guys, this is, and I have another question, one of the questions towards the bottom there, which is something that I'm kind of intrigued by. Are these people totally brainwashed? I feel like, what is their guiding principle? Is it racism or the kind of like religious cult mentality? Because that's what you get when you look at Pompeo. This is why I don't think he's going to live that. Yeah, I always say, but he's just has that look like they all have this. And is he, is he a nutcase? Is he okay? So what is up? What drives Pompeo? He is, guys, he's a religious nutcase. He is a religious cult person, okay? And they really believe he's like, I see him praying and stuff, like doing this, like whatever, praying, praying, praying. He thinks he's like, we're going to build this new era. That's why he does whatever he's asked. And they're always saying, there's like, these people are crazy, guys. They're cults. That's what it is, cults. And it's not even Bannon. It's like the cult of, guys, there's this people talk about the dominionists, it's this cult. It's a long story. I was just looking up the Pat Cipollone. Did I told you guys? He was one of the founders of the National Catholic Prayer Breakfast. Pat Cipollone is the White House counsel. So along, who is the other co-founder? Is the guy who is the head of the Federalist Society. So they're all connected. The far right, the Christian right, is very powerful. Okay, Bannon is like, he's not in the government, so he could be an ideologue, but he's not in the government. And none of the stuff that he talks about, he's not the original. There is the Russians that push most of the propaganda he ends up buying into. He's not an original thinker necessarily. Okay, he's just he pushes. He's he does the dirty work, let's say. But okay, so the whole thing. So I saw this speech by Barr. He was talking about the Judeo-Christian society, and that's something that the guy Alexander Dorgan, if you're familiar with him, is this Russian propagandist / fake religious person. He talks like that, so it's the same thing. But I'm just saying, I feel like, yeah, Pompeo is like this. He is not thinking, guys. He was like, he really wants to unite this, like the right-wing white kind of. I think he thinks of himself that way. I think he thinks of himself as like as a person in armor. Oh, this is why the Crusades, guys. You know this, the Crusades, when like back in the Middle Ages, when like the Christian people would go to, like, oh my God, that's what he thinks, the Crusades again. Oh my God, it's scary. It's not funny. It's scary. Think about this. People are insane. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So because it's saying the reason why they want this is that this whole the brainwashed mentality gives them a license to do the crazy things. To do the like, oh no, it's not a crime. I'm doing it on behalf of Jesus. If you have the Jesus in the mix, you can do anything. Guys, it sounds so awful, but that's the truth here. It's like, if they have a religious excuse, they could get away with anything. Oh no, it's Jesus. Jesus said I should. Jesus said it. Yeah, like it's so sick. It's worse because you can't. It's like oh my God. They're saying oh, that's right. It comes with a base. There's a base embedded in this, and also, right. So anyway, so that's what. Oh my God. Okay, so he talks about. That's right. He talks about how Pompeo moved away. He started pushing this propaganda. When I would ask him about it, he would push these conspiracy theories. He said, but what's the name of the guy? Mike? Is that Mike? I said, but Mike, don't you see it? It's like he had no real explanation for anything. He was just like, but Mike, don't you see it? That is true. This is that. And it's like, he was like, no, but there was no evidence. There was no evidence of anything. It was just like them talking. It was strange. Okay. So this is it. He was just like following some other sign, and we were not told exactly indivisible, seeing something really perfect. And guys, it sounds crazy to say, but it's exactly the same. No different than ISIS using religion as an excuse. And I have to tell you, I have a friend, a very close friend, who is Muslim, and she says that the people who would join ISIS, most of them, pretty much all of them, they were never really religious people growing up. They just were kind of like mob, kind of like thugs. And like, oh, I can use the religion as an excuse, because she was saying that they're not really a lot of like, yeah, it's very interesting. You just have to look into it. They're not particularly religious. They're just kind of like thugs. So they use it as an excuse, because the truly religious people are like much more thoughtful and careful and everything like that. So similarly, it's like they find this like really, oh, I have an excuse. I have an excuse for doing all these horrible things. Exactly, there are theories, and that's right. So when this guy Mike, going back here to the guy who's testifying on Wednesday, he's saying that when I would ask him why, he would just come up with these bizarre theories, and it's like, what? You're trying to change U.S. foreign policy to meet what? And he would say, he would start quoting the Bible. He was like, there was the thing about the Kurds. Exactly. Audrey saying he has a facial expression of a robot. Exactly. And guys, did you see there was this interview? It was amazing. Was this woman? I think she was Tennessee, totally unexpected, and she was like really grilled him. So were you there? I was like, I was there to do work for President Trump. You sound like you work for the Democrats, do you? He didn't even have like, he's so rehearsed. None of it. He's so fake. It's like clearly he was like, it's not even like you could say he was an actor, because he wasn't. He wasn't. None of it was believable. He was just like, he was programmed. He really was. He's like, but you sound like a Democrat. No, I did not do. I was just doing work to fulfill the U.S. interests. And like, he was just the fakeness. Guys, think about it. Those people are carrying treason behind their backs. They know. This is what I think it's scariest. Okay, is that they know these are guys. Has it ever been in the history of humanity, these criminals to that degree, on such a power, like such a high level of power, with the era of television 24/7 around them? This is what this is, guys, I need to ask, sorry to maybe skip a little bit of change. I still want to know, because did you see Barr when I saw him at Notre Dame? Like, I want to know. I didn't go to Notre Dame, but he was talking to law students in Notre Dame. He was talking about religious freedom. We need to have religious schools, that people are really discriminated against Catholicism. And it's like, I'm sorry, but he doesn't strike me as particularly religious. I could be wrong, but somehow I don't think he is religious. What the hell is wrong with him? What I thought? I thought, oh, he's trying to get the base. He's trying to get those people. You know, he and all of them, are they really believing? This is the thing. I think Pompeo is crazy. He's brainwashed, but Barr, it's like he's not religious. There's something. What is the motivation? I don't believe it. It's like he was, guys, the way he was talking, I was like, he knows he's in danger. He knows, guys. He's a lawyer. He knows he's committing crazy crimes. Is that what it is? Because they to me they in a different way. I thought Barr, he showed his desperation more broad, like more obviously. Pompeo just has no expression. But what's going on with Barr? Why was he acting like that? Making these argue, oh, it's a religious, it's a religious, it's a religious. Okay, no. So what's going on? What was going on with Barr in that speech? He's angry. He's trying to get, that's right, he's trying to get people to rise up, quote unquote, to have a right-wing revolution, to have the Catholic people get up and like, and and somehow accept their bullshit. Because so the other thing that's so strange, if these people are like, okay, Notre Dame, I'm not saying, probably not for me there or whatever, going to school there, but guys, traditionally Catholics are somewhat, maybe not in the US, but a lot of Catholic ideology compared to Trump's is actually helping the poor and the refugees and stuff like that. Does he really think this is what I don't understand? It's so strange to me. He's like, really, like, he's so angry because it's about, guys, this is it. This is it. This is the white supremacy. This is the white supremacy. And it's the sense of, oh, this is right. So Barr has always been in search of the elite of the true elite of the country, the ruling class. He has always identified with the ruling class. And he believes that religion is what ties the ruling class. It's like, clearly they're not Jewish. Hello? He's like, that's not Jewish. It's gonna be Jewish. It's really WASP and Christian. Really, that's who we are. So that is a way he's trying to kind of like protect something that he believes in. Not only is he entitled to, but that he's there to protect. It's so interesting. I don't understand. Okay, okay, so what is it? Guys, I sense this anger. All of them, even Kavanaugh, like, they're all so angry. Why are you so angry? They're so powerful. They have everything in the world. They have the best health insurance. They have so much God, so much God gave them so much, you know what I mean? And yet they're so this is what I don't understand. How could you be so angry? For what? Why are you so angry? I pick up on this insane anger and I don't understand why. Why are you so angry? Or what? What are you so angry about? So what is he so angry about? Oh, that he couldn't get away with crime. I need to get away with crime. I make crime. I get away with it. Yeah, I get away with it. So guys, this is, that's it. They think, you know what it is. I think guys, those people are so, it's very interesting to do this because I learned so much, okay, from how they think. But in other words, it's like what is so strange here is that this guy, so he's like, I'm very smart, I know everything about the law, I was a partner in so many of these, a very fancy law firm, I know a lot about the law, therefore I can break it, I know it, so I can break it. So you know what I'm saying? So he believes that if he can he's like the law is all because it's saying here he got into the con game of the defense, white collar defense lawyer, which is always about twisting the words. Kind of like I'm kind of like was reminds me of the O.J. Simpson case, like where you're like, oh, but this was not the shoe. Doesn't fit. Like they try to find these ways to kind of put into doubt everything, and that's how they win cases. Okay, white criminal law, defense law, but white criminal, white shoe. What is it? Was that right? White collar, not white criminal, white collar criminal defense. Okay, so that's the same thing. It's like, no, I just kind of say something isn't like. Is it a question or is it a statement? Because if there was a question, I'm not sure. I agree with you that it's a question. He thought he could get away with all this bullshit. Okay, that's it. That desperation of the, and this is the guys there. But I don't, for me, I really. So tell me, what is this anger that they all seem to have? What is it? I don't get to dictate. Oh, my tribe is dying. This is it. My tribe is dying. Oh, oh no. Oh. Oh. Yeah. So, guys, anger in general, exactly towards women. But I think because what is so strange to me is that they have anger as a driving force. That's what I find it strange, that they have this primal anger as a driving force. And I don't know what it is. Like, I don't understand what do they have to be angry about? But it's like, is that they have to be the control. It's like, what they like is that they speak and they see the world as it is. Okay, it's like they see the world, you have to speak and you see the world as it is. If there's a person, oh, this is it, guys, this is it. Because, oh, I can kind of see it. What it is like a collective narcissism. So it's kind of saying, how narcissists are, they're like, they think that don't acknowledge other people, right? They think that everybody is an object. They think that everybody's an object. So the moment you exhibit a form of personality, you're like, no, I'm not going to do this. Who do you think you are? You're nothing. You're trash. Because you can't rebel against their try. They always like to manipulate people, and if you don't do what they want, they get angry, and you're like trying to deny them or something like that. That's how they think. So it's that they're all like this. They think that what they say is the truth, and because one of those things, guys. You know how they always write articles. There's something wrong with the American college campus. There's something wrong. There's something wrong at the American campus. Yeah, there's something wrong. hmm Something wrong with American. They speak their minds. They talk about their experience. Like, I'm sorry, is there? I don't understand. Like, there's so many problems in the world, and guys, seriously, if you research conservatives, ever since the 50s, every day there's an article. There's a problem with the college campus. There's a problem with the college campus. Did you know that? There's a problem with the college campus. There's a problem with the college campus. Like the same thing every day. I'm like, I'm sorry, seriously, you are going to repeat the same thing every day? What is so wrong with the college campus? People speak up their minds, and so what? Because this is it. The essence is that there has to be, the world is the how. Oh, this is, guys, it goes back to what I was saying last time on the Friday thing. Because I was talking about these networks, right? Of the men. Why is it that women tend to be the ones who say some things, right? Because those networks are organized, and all you have to do, guys, seriously, is like you step into one of them and you get promoted. Like you go, oh, 1, 2, 3. You don't have to do much. You just kind of like, you just be yourself. Okay, you don't have to do a lot. You just kind of do your thing and go up. So So it's saying here that when this is it, and when the network starts failing, okay, exactly, the network starts failing, or they don't have to think. It's so, guys, it's so strange because I don't know about you, but when I grew up, I was talking to my sister, half sister basically, but about it, and we know we're not married or whatever, didn't have kids and stuff like that, and it's so strange because, and I was telling her, look, if you want to change from the culture you grew up in, it's difficult because it takes a lot of energy to say that I don't belong here, or I'm not this, I need to be somebody else or whatever, right? It's a long story. I'm not saying whatever, just we talk about to each other about this. And then I feel like that was my experience when I grew growing up. I was like, I don't belong here. I'm not a person who's like this or like that. I didn't feel at ease in the culture I was necessarily not, kind of like niche or whatever I was growing up in. I'll say culture is a big word. But I was like, oh, this is not necessarily what I want to be or what I care about, right? So for these guys, they never go through this. They wake up. I don't know what it's like to be like, oh, I pop, you got out of the womb, and everything is like the world is all about you, and everything you do is like is the norm. And like I've always felt like an outsider, and I think for them, they've always felt like insiders, and they do not want to be outsiders. They can't think outside the norm, so they have to preserve the norm. And that's it, because they don't want to think they this is a and I guys there was an analysis. I think people did analysis of the people who watch Fox News or something. They're traditionalists. They want there's an order and there's a right way to do. They believe that. I don't believe that, and many people don't believe that. Okay, so it's just like it's fascinating. So, but that's what it is. Like for them, they want to a world where they wake up and everything is familiar and everything is exactly. But this is like not natural. Everything changes, guys. Even natural, even traditional societies, everything change. Life is about change. And someone no, 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 no. And this is it. They don't like change. Like imagine if each one of us here, I'm sure, like you, every time something changed, you're like, oh no, I'm gonna kill somebody or whatever. Like they're so angry. They're so angry. And this is the thing, guys. It's not like they're angry because they don't have a job, or not they're angry because they lost their benefits. They're angry. They're so rich and they have every privilege, and yet they never stop being angry. And this is why, because you know what it is? They are losing the center. The center, remember, it used to be their culture was mono. There used to be a monoculture, right? There was one center. There's one way of doing things. Then culture became plural because there's different kinds of people. There's different kinds of things and different. And so when that happened, they lose their plot. Oh, it's wrong. Oh. So this is it. Okay. Oh, guys, what's so strange? Also, it's telling me they're jealous of those Muslim cultures where they have those ISIS people. I'm sorry, this sounds horrible to say, but that's true. They're jealous because those people they obey. They obey. They're like the religious guy says something, they go do it, and that's what they're hoping. They were putting out these videos of Trump, hoping that people are gonna copy what Trump says and then go, put a bomb somewhere, but it doesn't work. What? What are you talking about? Doesn't work. So very interesting here. Very so okay. So is this why have they lost their minds? Don't they know that they're committing crimes? Like, aren't they aware? Aren't they afraid of like what's going to happen to them? No, you don't understand. You don't understand. Like people like them have never gone to prison. People like them. People like them don't. The justice system is not. It doesn't work for. It doesn't put people like them in jail. They don't really suffer any consequences, girl. You're saying they don't suffer consequences. How are they supposed to know? They don't think they're really the guys. That's why they have no fear, because the law doesn't apply to me. No, no. I am the law. I put the laws together. They don't apply to me. Is that interesting? Explains many things for me. It does. It really does. So that's why they feel like, and guys, this is like they're telling me here, but they have gone through a culture. It's a culture of extreme secrecy. There's those, secret societies and stuff like that. So this is why. Okay, and so interesting. Very interesting. Interesting. Oh my God, yeah. No, guys, but you have to think it's not even like they're nut jobs. Think about these people are in charge forever. and they were not considered nut jobs then. Think about it. These are people who have had. These are not new people in power. Maybe Trump is new in a political position, but most of them are not. So they're saying they're using the thuggy people to do the work because a lot of people can't do it. So think about it, guys. It's crazy because I get it. I get it. They have framed the Obama presidency as an attack. It's an attack on me. It's an attack on me. Personal attack on me, Obama. He attacked me, my face. He attacked me. Because you know what it is, guys? This is it. It's like they felt that the world changing the focus, the center of gravity of the world no longer is about the guy who was gonna, yeah, I don't know, what we used to be called the establishment, right? So what do? We take back again. We take it back again. Like they're so angry, and I hate. I mean, guys, and that goes back to race. Now it goes back to racism. Like, and some of the people, the southern, like, losing the plantation people. Oh, I cannot have slaves no more. What? Oh no, they're attacking me. They attack me. How come I can't have slaves? What are you talking about? So they guys is like insanity. Okay, really, what they talk about the Trump, was it Trump derangement syndrome? But that's it. That's really who they are. They're crazy. They think they could turn back the clock or something. Okay, and like, no, we're in charge. We're in charge. We are in charge. We are in charge. We are in charge. So, oh my God, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy here. Crazy. Crazy people. Oh my God. That's it. It's like that's it. That's why they're so angry. This is why I don't understand why are they so angry? Because they lost the authority. Even the concept of authority, guys. To them, I can see, like, they hate Greta. I told you they hate Greta. Why do they hate Greta? Because Greta is everything they hate. A child, an ugly, an ugly child, now thinks that the world owes them because they had a tantrum. Look at this. Look at this world. This is not possible. I cannot believe. Look at them. It's a child. She doesn't even have makeup on. She does not want to have an implant on her boobs. Clearly. So, so it's very interesting. So she doesn't defer to, it's like this culture that they're not treated like gods. And this is what is so strange, even ironic about the people who say, oh, I'm Christian, because they think they had to be treated like Jesus, like they're Jesus Christ or something. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Or not, if they're not like that, then it's like the world hates, like yeah. Anyway, so you see, you get it. I get it now. I understand. So do they know that they're gonna go down like criminals? That they are? No. They'll say, girl, if they knew they're gonna go down, they wouldn't do it. If they knew what's coming, they wouldn't do it. No. They thought they were so clever. We're very clever. Forget about it. Nobody's gonna catch us because, guys, in some ways they're daring us. They're saying, I don't. That's what, guys, is so true. That's what the White House and all these people do every day. Come get me. I'm not like everybody else. I'm not like these people who go to jail. I'm not like these people who, are killed just because they're inside their house and a cop comes and shoots them. That's not me. It doesn't happen to me. Not in my neighborhood. No, no. So it's that. It's like they're asserting their difference. They're saying, I'm better than you. The laws don't apply to me. Come get me. Come get me. So it's like it's an insanity. That's it. That's it. Like I was seeing before, it's collective narcissism. That's what it is. So, se eu não sei, so interesting. So okay, going back. Interesting, guys. I feel like I have answers. Okay, finally, I think I'm getting it. It's hard to understand, but that's what it is. Okay. All right. So next question. So will State Department diplomats be the ones to take Trump down as opposed to intelligence? I think it was I don't know if it was Andrea. What's her name? Andrea something. You know what I'm talking about? Andrea. The show at 12 o'clock, MSNBC. So I like that show because it has a lot of national security people, a lot of diplomats. So I think it was somebody there on that show saying it's ironic that Trump thought he was attacking the FBI and the intelligences, but right now it looks like it's going to Mitchell. That's why Andrew Mitchell, or either it could now. I think it could have been Frank Figliuzzi. I like him, Frank Figliuzzi. Maybe somebody that is going to be the State Department is going to take them down, not the Intel and FBI necessarily. Is it true? Oh, guys, it's so funny. I see everybody raising up like protest. Guys protest, it's so funny because I see them, those people are very conservative. They truly are very like subdued and very, they follow the rules and everything, but they're angry because, guys, think about it. The State Department was the one that was attacked first. Because remember where Rex Tillerson first came on, he fired a lot of people. They fired tons of people. Remember this from the beginning. And so they have been angry for a long time. So now it's like the revolution. The revolution. Let's go get them, guys. Bo. So they're so angry at how disrespected, which is true. They were very disrespected, and like a lot of they still cry, guys, that the people they love so much, their colleagues, being fired, constantly fired for nothing, for no reason, just because for the Russians. So they're like, you know what? This is what I was trained for. I'm gonna talk. I'm just gonna talk. That's it. Because they're saying all of those people were trained to take good notes. They are very good at like writing reports and stuff like that. It's part of their training. So they write. I write informations. I have informations about trash peoples. I have it because they're saying, you know what? If they're gonna destroy us. I might as well I'm gonna tell like it is. What do I have to lose? Nothing. Because I think this woman, guys, this woman Yovanovich, she's very respected among those people. Okay, so they're like, you know what? I'm gonna tell like it is. I don't care. So what? What do I have to lose? Am I gonna let these thugs get away with shit? No. So there I talking here. So they all come together, not come together collectively, like let's start a union, no, not that, but more like they each tell a story. They decide to tell a story because they feel like they have the gravitas, they have the experience and they know what they're talking about. So they can attest to whatever because it's so interesting. The whistleblower, they don't seem to know exactly who the whistleblower is, but they're like, you know what, I can support the whistleblower. And the other, each time it's like a wave effect. And then they don't respect Pompeo. They feel like they were treated horribly out of all of them. Yeah. Right. So Maria, yeah, so they're like, they were so, oh my God, they were so disgusted by how they were treated. They were treated very horribly. And they're going to tell the truth. They're like, whatever, I'll just speak up. I don't care. Like they have nothing to lose. So is this true? Well, it's like in many fronts. It's saying, well, it just so happens that the scandal of the impeachment is connected to the State Department. That's why they're going to talk. Okay, so they're saying it's not as if the CIA hasn't done anything. It's not as if the intelligence don't have information. I have information. I have it. But obviously the CIA can't be like, hey, I'm going to talk. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to go talk in front of Congress. They can't do that because they're supposed to be covert. I'm covert. That's why they can't, right? That's the point. They have to be covert. They can't be like out talking in public. Hey, how's it going, guys? I work for the CIA, okay? they can't they can't say that. So interesting. So they're just like, they know, guys, they know inherently that the whole point, you don't have to be like, even professional in this thing to know that they want to destroy the American bureaucracy, the State Department, all of these agencies. They want to, so they're like, bitch, come get me. Come get me. So they were waiting for it. I wait for it. I wait for it. I wait. Oh wait. Oh wait. And I'm getting this image, guys, that there's a lot of people like, what's her name? The woman, reality winner. Except that they're like, I really feel bad for the reality winner, guys. She was naive. Okay, she believed the wrong people. But I feel like they're saying there's at least 4 people like a reality winner. Meaning that they got the information the reality winner has. I collect informations. I collect it in my house. I keep it in my house. I have it. So because they know one day is going to be important what I have, and they like, hello, this is me. Yeah, I have informations. Hello, Adam Schiff. Hi, this is me. I work at the State Department. I have informations. I have a lot of hot information. I have it. I have it. So because guys, the threat they use is to kill their retirement. But there is something about it. I think about the impeachment process. that if they come out like now, they are protect. There's something legal. There's a legal protection here. They can't be fired. Oh, now I'm remembering. That's why. This is what I was saying. It was they're saying it's ironic that Trump went after Andrew McCabe and Comey when it's the State Department people they're going to get him down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So okay. So more questions. More questions. Okay. So interesting, guys. This is interesting, no? So it's kind of lengthy, but interesting. No part. I think answers a lot. It does. It does. So, so guys, okay. So is this true? Because I was thinking earlier, guys. I was like, okay. So the whole thing, the story of Trump, the only people who confirm, who looks like they're going to confirm what Trump says, are Pompeo, Trump, Pence, and who else? Nobody else, right? Everybody else who works, even the Sunderland guy is going to tell it like it is. So nobody's gonna confirm their story. There's nobody on their side. Sorry for the right. So it's interesting. So is this true? Yeah, nobody, because they're that's right. They were running the shadow policy, guys. Oh, did you see yesterday? Oh, by the way, yesterday was a show on MSNBC. I recorded it. I didn't watch most of it, but it was like the guy, the Richard Engel. He went to Ukraine and he interviewed the Lutsenko, the guy. He's like, yeah, I met with the Julian. I know him. I met him. I know him. Him. Giuliani. I know him. We're friends. No, he didn't say you're friends. Honestly, it's right. It's like, oh my, I didn't see. I saw part of it. It was amazing. It was like, yeah, because the end of the day, guys, they don't care about Giuliani. Nobody cares about Giuliani. Like, oh, I love Giuliani. No, they're just like, it's an opportunist thing for everyone. If everybody's against Giuliani, I know him. He talked to me, but he's just strange. I think he's strange. No, yeah, I talk to me. He's a little weird. He's a little weird. Big teeth. Yeah, he's not attractive, man. No, not nice. So, so I thought it was funny. So anyway, so guys, now talking about Giuliani. Mhm. Now this is okay. So this is interesting, guys. So over the weekend, there was I don't think did I even talk? Did we even talk about it? I had seen that Giuliani's going to be arrested. Okay, but now it's formal investigation that they are truly going investigating Giuliani now, formally. So what does this mean for Trump? I don't know what the visions are going to say, okay, but if you don't mind, I hope, guys, please tell me if I'm repetitive when you say, well, just say, Rosie, you've already said it. I don't care. Like, what? Just say it, okay? I'll skip. But I think this thing with Giuliani is worth going into it a little bit more because I saw last time it was like Rico, but I still want to know what else is there. Who else is it gonna, take down? I saw Rico, but I'm just interested, okay, to see what else. So Giuliani is formally under investigation. What does it mean for Trump? Who else is going to fall as a result of the investigation into Giuliani? How soon will the indictment be made public? Because I think he could be arrested soon, like even this week. Oh, oh. But I want to know. So you know what I mean? Oh, oh, oh. Oh. So okay, so what's going on? So tell me about Giuliani. Guys, everybody, spirits are laughing. You're laughing. You're watching TV. You're laughing. Okay, so tell me what's going on. What is going on with Giuliani? What does it mean for Trump? Trump, the bottom is falling for Trump. The reason why Trump is very nice to Giuliani is because just like Manafort, Giuliani knows the root of the Russia conspiracy. In other words, he knows how this is. It's saying Giuliani knows from the not this election, but the past, how he connected to all these people in the Ukraine, and how it's showing that Giuliani was actually much closer to Manafort than we know. It's gonna come out, okay? So that's why he's like, I love Giuliani. Let's have lunch together. Let's have lunch because Giuliani knows the dirt. I have dirt on him. And guys is saying that how Giuliani said in public, he said it was Trump who told me to do this or that, whatever it was. So Giuliani is not stupid either. I mean, he's crazy, but if he's like, I have information. I have it. I have information. So if I go down, bitch, so do you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So okay. So what else? So what it was going on? So Trump, yeah, he knows the bottom falling for Trump. He has documents about Trump, communications about Trump. Guys, it's saying that that Giuliani was working like Michael Cohen, but on a higher level, like a more respected, because he had a public profile. But he was carrying out the interests of Trump in a way that, like, but why not? Okay, this is a random question, but why, for example, why couldn't Jared be the one who does this? Why did it have to be Rudy? Because Jared all just wants money. Oh my God. Very simple answer. Jared just does stuff that brings cash to himself. He doesn't really, he's always just looking for deals. So how much money is like Jared is all like, how much money is this person gonna give to me? Bye. And Giuliani is the kind of guy who's actually pushing for work to be done, details and stuff like that. Jared would never have the patience that saying that Rudy has to be haranguing people and asking for things, meeting people, doing this and that. Jared's all like, I need 200 million if you want to talk to me. It's all about cash. Rudy actually had some ability to like go after people, meet people, get it done, get things moving. Okay. And Jared is all about cash. I work for cash. Okay. He was not giving me more than 100 million. I'm not interested. I'm not. No, I don't get out of bed for less than 100 million. Okay. So this is why. Okay. Who else is going to fall as a result of the investigation into Giuliani? How soon will the indictments be made public? Okay, so who else? Who else? Yeah, it's saying, guys, they're tracing back. They're taking these two guys. They're tracing back. It's going Dmitry Firtash, the Firtash guy. I wrote about him a little bit. Firtash is the he's I okay. So who else? Firtash, guys. Oh, it's saying it's drawing me like an org chart. They're going to RNC. RNC, yeah, you know me. RNC, you know me. RNC, you know me. RNC, you know me. A B C 1 2 3 RNC. So so the guy, those people, they trace back to the Fortash guy and they traces to RNC. Yeah, interesting, no? RNC 1 2 3, you and me. RNC. RNC, you know me. Yeah, I know him. I know them. Turtle, Turtle, Turtle. It's me, Dmitry. How are you, Turtle? Turtle. I don't know. Is it true? I'm just making it. I didn't see turtle. I didn't see, but I saw RNC. Guys, it's saying here. Oh, girl. They're like, girl. That's it, guys. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Guys, can I tell? Okay, change the subject. Of course, I'm gonna get distracted. I was thinking of suing myself. Now I got into felt. Okay, so I was like, I'm gonna make myself a turtle costume. I was like, imagine I'm gonna do a performance. I'm gonna go to Washington. Um, I'm gonna have a really great turtle costume, and I'm gonna get like one of those like water things. The kids like this, a round water thing with water, and then lettuce. Turtle, I have lettuce for you, turtle. Come, turtle. Time for zoo, turtle. Retires. There is no social security in zoo, turtle. There is no social security, no Medicare in turtle. Zoo, come here, turtle. I have water house for you. I have lettuce. Come with me, turtle. Turtle. You you'd be so funny. Imagine if I go there like dressed as a turtle. It'd be so funny. Come here. I have a house for you, turtle. Come with me. Come. Come, turtle. Come, turtle. Come, turtle. Time for zoo. Zoo time, turtle, zoo. Retire, turtle. So I don't know. So just laughing a little. So anyway, so going back here before. So no, seriously. So the thing about the RNC, I have seen two faces. One is Michael Cohen, and the other is the guy who worked for Manafort, Rick Gates. So they're both. Did you know that? Did you know that? Did you know they were seriously working for the RNC guys? So what are okay? Guys, why was Michael Cohen working at the RNC? And Michael Cohen is also connected to the payment of Stormy Daniels, as I told you guys, was paid by foreign people. So this is it. It's a direct connection. Okay, this guy put money to the RNC knowingly, saying Michael Cohen knows him. He was like, buddy, buddy, buddy. Michael Cohen knows about the arrangement, about how he's talking. I'm talking. I talking. Hello, hello. I'm talking from. This is Michael Cohen from federal prison. Yeah, I have information. I know. I know bank account. I tell you about it. I tell you. Don't worry about that, Claudia. Yeah, yeah. I know about it. I know him. I know those people. So think about it, guys. So this is it. The RNC. Oh yeah. So who's now? I want to know who falling. Who falling? Huh? Who falling? Who falling? Huh? Okay. So you know who the first person that comes up, guys, is that guy Thomas Barrack. Tom Barrack. You know that guy Tom Barrack. He was also RNC in the RNC. Do you remember Tom Barrack? He had a job in the RNC. Let me just look it up here. Tom Barrack. Tom Barrack. Firtash. Let's see here. Connected together. Yeah, there's something here, guys. I feel like this is like they're untangling. They are untangling. Know what it is? They are untangling the whole money laundering. How? Because the SDNY guys. Did you see the other person that you should look into is this woman? She's a very good person. Weintraub, Elaine Weintraub, I think her name is. She's the person who is the head of the FEC. And by the way, there's an outrage. You'll be like shocked, okay, because it's sickening. But so did you see the Federal Election Commission is inactive because it has to have some sort of a quorum or like a number of people working there. So Trump never appointed enough people, so it's inactive. But there she's still working there. So she's saying this thing of Ukraine is only the beginning. It's only the beginning, and that's the thing. They're untangling. They've been working on this for a long time. They're untangling all these financial documents guys, it's not that hard, okay, to show that there's Russian money going to the RNC, and they all know about it. I have this thing. There's recordings. Everybody here. Oh no, know who else? Oh, I know. You know who else? Paul Ryan, the ballad of a criminal. Paul Ryan, the battle of a criminal. So, did he ever? Okay, so Paul Ryan. Okay, Ryan fundraising. Paul Ryan, RNC. Let's see. Did he ever have a job? Oh, that's right. So, guys, look, RNC chair Ryan Priebus. That's right. Oh. So, did he ever? Oh, look. He's chair. Paul Ryan was the chairman of the RNC convention. Interesting. So, guys, yeah, I just feel like this is it. Lock of quorum, right? So this is very serious, guys. Think about it. Trump stopped the Federal Election Commission. He stopped it. This is very, very, very serious. So they can get away with everything. But so does this mean, okay, let me just confirm here. Does this mean that all the Republicans are going down that are connected to the foreign election money? Yes. They're saying, girl, this is how they got Al Capone, right? The money trail. Money trail. Yeah. So, wow. So this is because, guys, this can't be that hard to figure out, okay? And it's saying, and I remember one time, guys, I asked about it, it's saying again, everybody on television says it. The thing about the federal election law, it's very straightforward. It's not complicated. You can't take foreign money. When you take foreign money, it's illegal. So it's it's very black and white. But is this gonna be it's connected to the same Rudy thing? No, but the Rudy thing is gonna lead to other things. Guys, they're gonna squeeze Giuliani. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So, but there's more. I feel like there's a parallel investigation. So when is this? Okay, so I saw. Oh, they're saying, do you remember how guys? That's it. Do you remember it was announced? Do you remember the story that it was announced that the Trump election committee? What was the committee? Inaugural committee. Do you remember this? There was under investigation. This was more than a year ago. Do you remember how they said, oh, the inaugural committee is under investigation, and this is it. This is another investigation. So Trump inaugural Committee investigation. Oh, look. Oh, look. Trump inaugural committee subpoenaed. That's it. Oh my God. Oh. Yes. So here, very good, guys. Wonderful news. So I was just looking up. Okay, so this is an article from February. It says U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York subpoenaed the inaugural committee on Monday. Oh, interesting. It's truth. It's truth. It's truth. So, guys, this motherfucker's coming down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So see, because Barrack, they make sense. That's it. Makes sense. Because there's a separate investigation going on. So when are the indictments gonna drop? A little bit later. November? Really? Interesting. Guys, and I know who I see. I see, oh my God, one of the Trump's kids. Oh my God, so they're saying here, girl, just because they're not on television doesn't mean it's not happening. Huh? Yeah. So this is it. It's so interesting how nobody's talking about it. It came out that they were subpoenaed, but that's it. We forgot about it, but it's happening. It's happening, you know. I don't know. So this is it. Okay. So guys, now it leads me back to another question I had here. Okay. So, oh my God, I have a. Okay, so this is okay. So guys, then the next question about all of especially let's go back to the Julia because I went off a little bit to the side. Okay, but very important. So what does all of this mean to the impeachment investigation? Because as you know, the Giuliani case is very connected to impeachment because it's the same thing. So not the same thing, but it's like the whole entire point of the impeachment about the Ukraine is that Giuliani was there bullshitting whatever he was doing there, doing committing crimes, and at the same time he is indicted by the Southern District for financial issues. Okay, I'm saying as if it's already true, but it's gonna come out clearly. They didn't arrest those guys for just so they can get it. So what does this mean for the impeachment investigations? This stuff. What does it mean, especially in terms of timing? It means that it's I see it everything locked. What does it mean locked? Oh, it's all like tied. It's all tied. Oh, and it's like unveiling. It's gonna be unveiled. Boom, ta-da! It's gonna come out at the same time. At the same time, what? There, guys. I have to tell you, I think it's okay. It seems pretty obvious, but it seems coordinated here. That they're waiting. They were saying they're going to giving Trump some time to think of resigning, leaving. And if this is what I was telling you, he's gonna start. No, I'm not doing good. I'm not doing good. No. So he starts denying, saying no, 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 and then it starts popping up. Boom, like, boom. Okay, it starts coming out, all of it. So wow. So this is it. Okay. So this is why they're saying, oh, that's right. They're trying to negotiate with. I don't know that they can even telling Trump this, but there's something about they're trying to get him out of the yeah. Yeah. So they're trying to get him out of the presidency before. They're like, look, we have the option, but if you don't want to, you can stay, but we're going to make it all public. So it's going to come out while he is president. I was telling you, because he feels, guys, think about it. There's a lot of advantages for Trump to stay. First of all, he never has to pay for legal, he loves suing people, right? But if this is so sick. So all the money that he gets for his campaign, he uses to pay lawyers. That's fantastic for him. Perfect. Never has to spend his own money suing people. So why would he leave? No, there's no advantage for him to leave the government. Nothing. There's nothing, you know what I mean? So he's gonna try everything, commit as many crimes as possible because he can't, he has so many advantages. Okay, so it's gonna pop out and they're pushing it because they're saying they have to make an example of people who work for Trump. They have to break. They have to break. Okay, they have to break. They're like, oh, really? You want to work for Trump? We're gonna put you all in jail. So, oh my God. Okay, so this is it. Okay, like I told you, the thing gets harsher and harsher and more serious. So oh my God. So okay, so going back. So what is it? What is the connection here? What does it mean for the impeachment? It's actually saying that the more they everything has to be connected for the public to make sense of things, and that the impeachment, it's like those things are more his undoing than the impeachment itself. I do, like I said, okay, does it mean that it's going to get voted by the Senate? Say no. It's there's more. Nancy is waiting for the financial documents to come out. She doesn't know. Oh, this is it, guys. This is what. Oh my God! Wow. So you know what it is, the guys. It seems so dangerous and crazy. So they have to indict the Republicans when the thing about the RNC and the inauguration comes out. Oh my God! You know they have to start indicting Republicans. Okay, this is like I told you before. I think there's some sort of negotiation with Mitch McConnell, but I feel like you know what I'm saying. Like the I don't see for some reason. I think he may be removed before. You know what I mean? There's a lot. They're like, oh my God. I feel like there's gonna be so many more indictments of many other things, not just Trump. Okay, while this is happening, because they're saying they can't hold it on much longer. They have to start, this stuff has to start popping. Okay, so can Barr then stop it all? Can Barr stop it? Can Barr just say no? You're gonna stop this? No, why not? Because it's already the indictments are sealed. We're saying they have an indictment sealed. They have indictment. I have it now here. Wow. Guys, it's crazy, those people. Oh my God. And the moment they start, it's like, oh my God. It's such a dangerous situation. You know what I mean? It's so dangerous. Mm. Oh my God. Oh my God. You think about it, it's so dangerous. They're very careful to do these things. And that's the thing, guys. You have to give them credit, the people of the Southern District, to keep pursuing the law, regardless of the threats. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So more. Okay. So, okay. So, what does the Southern District investigate into Giuliani means for the impeachment inquiry? Since they are both connected to Trump and Ukraine. Now, just Giuliani. Giuliani is effed. Once they're Nancy is almost laughing, so we're shift because they have the main person indicted. Like, okay, guys, I'm sorry to say this. I'm saying it as if it's already true. That he's to me, it's like, oh, Rudy's indicted. It's been indicted. No, but not yet. But to me, it's like, yeah, he's been indicted. So he's indicted. The person who is like supposed to be like helping out Trump is a criminal. Rudy Giuliani. You know, it's like he's already indicted by the certain district. So what are you gonna do? Hmm. Problemos, Jorge. No problemos. Yeah. So, wow. So okay, so what do the Rudy Giuliani bank records show? What does it show? He's paid by Fortash. He paid for Fortash and other oligarchs. They create, as you know, guys, they create these special vehicles, basically shell companies to pay Giuliani and other people. And they know that these companies are like fake, they're funneling money into the, because it's saying Giuliani is also going to be indicted for wire fraud, wire fraud, tax evasion, wire fraud, and tax evasion, huh? Wire fraud and tax evasion, wire fraud and tax evasion. So, so because falsifying bank doc, you know what I mean, lying about the bank, how he was paid and everything like that. So wire fraud and tax evasion, wire fraud, tax evasion. So, so sad for him, sad for Giuliani, sad for him. Oh. So, so interesting. So that's a wire fraud, tax evasion. What else? Yeah, it's guys. But they saying that they all do the same thing. They get the money, they create these fake businesses, and they transfer into the U.S. as if you were theirs. It's like it's a mess, but it's all overt, okay? And they're saying there's going to be really severe consequences. They're going to have to change the law. Like it's as if the laws weren't enough. So interesting, no? Interesting. Oh, guys, I have to tell you something interesting here. That's already happening already. I read this thing, okay? So this was, I was like, oh my God, I have to tell you before I forget to tell you. So they were saying that the real estate laws in New York have already changed, right? Because there's somebody, I think in Westchester or like Long Island, something, somebody sued the state for something. And so basically they forbid LLCs that don't reveal the buyers. So they're saying now famous people can no longer buy condos in New York or something. That, oh, that's right. The number of luxury condos or the sales of luxury condos are going down because they can't have. And I was like, yes, they have to do it everywhere because that's the solution. If you make everybody reveal who's buying these apartments, there's no more crimes because you know what I mean? You can't have LLCs buy the thing. You know, think about it. It's very interesting. Let me just say here, okay? Condos, New York law, LLC, secret. Okay, so I just double check that is correct. So I don't know, guys. I have to look it up. Okay, so oh here. Oh my God! Look, guys, look, wonderful. You have to know because this is a solution. Solution to problems. Look at this. This is from the Wall Street Journal. I don't have a subscription, but the it tells enough. Okay, so secret Manhattan condo purchases are dead thanks to a suburban squabble. New state law makes every condo buyer's name publicly available under the state's Freedom of Information law. Said for him, said for them, said for them. So you see, because if it's, think about it, right? This is how people launder money. And if you make it like make it legal, how you have to reveal it. This is the solution, guys, don't you think? Oh no. Oh no. Like where would Trump be without secret purchases? Nowhere. 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 Right? So this is it, okay? Interesting. Perfect. Okay. All right. So interesting. So it means, guys, it means that everything is tightly sealed and everything is falling under Trump. This is the thing. The thing about Giuliani going to, I say going to prison, indicted, is that it goes like, what is he going to say? I don't know him. I don't know Giuliani. Who? I don't know him. I don't know him. What are you talking about? Huh? So guys, I'm going to ask a different question. Okay, it's connected, but it wasn't listed. That's what it makes me think. I have questions. As soon as I finish one, I have another, but I hope it's okay. I hope it's okay. So then it brings me to the question that I ask from time to time. How come Trump was never arrested? It seems so strange to me now that we know all of this. How the hell did Trump manage to stay out of prison all this time? Like, how the hell did that happen? Do you see what I'm saying? It's kind of strange. How the hell did he evade prison all this time? Same money. People, he paid a lot of people. He had information. We talked about the what is it called? He knew compromat on people. And he was not thought of as a criminal. He was thought of as a clown, but not a criminal. So they were seeing that even though there was a lot of, people knew he was friends with the Russians, there was never too much interest into him. Okay, he's niched. Okay, right. So there was never too much because he had this a different persona, and now that it's all in public, they're seeing very few people will be able to withstand public office, especially like him. He should have thought about it before that he was going to be invested. Like, think about it, guys. Think about it. Oh my God. Okay. 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 So moving on here. Ukrainian oligarch Firtash is at the center of the Ukraine drama. He's also under house arrest in Vienna, awaiting resolution of the request for his extradition to the USA for bribery. Will his extradition actually happen? The men who were arrested last week are connected to Firtash as well. So I'm worried, guys. I am worried about, I hope that he's caught and extradited because it's pretty, guys, I could see how Barr could be like, hey, let him go, don't worry about it, like, right? The last thing Barr would want is for that guy to be extradited to the US. Okay, so what's going to happen? They're trying to like not let's try to they're seeing the extradition request to have a time. There's not so much time you can like how do you say, there's something like the extradition request has a time period you have to be acted upon, so they're hoping it's going to expire. they're hoping it's like if they don't do anything, it's gonna go away. Nobody's gonna notice. But it's gonna. It's saying, I don't know. It's saying something like January or December. It's gonna expire. Let's say Firtash uh, extradition deadline. Let's say let's say if there is a deadline, there may be. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah. Oh, interesting. So there's, oh yeah, interesting. So 4 months ago, guys, I think it's still, they're waiting. No decision. See, okay, news. Okay. It continues here. Okay. So, but I think there's gonna try to like, okay, so okay, so is he gonna be extradited? Yes, but most likely as Trump leaves. I think there's a lot of protections in place to prevent this guy from being extradited. Okay. As long as Trump is in power, he's probably not going to be. But at the very end of Trump's presidency, all these people, they're going to go after all of them at once. Okay. So they're worried. They were, obviously they're worried because of many things, but they want to get, oh, that's right. Guys, it's telling me. Oh, interesting. It's telling me that in the Giuliani indictment, he's gonna be mentioned. He's gonna be indicted co-conspirator. Co-conspirator for Giuliani. When the indictment comes out, he's gonna be mentioned, I think, too. Good, interesting, no, interesting. So it's gonna be more counts of things that he's done. More counts of information. Interesting. Oh my god. Okay, so next. Okay, guys, is it boring today? I don't know, maybe you guys, is it okay that I don't have many comments? Okay, I'm sorry. Am I talking too much? I don't know. It's just I'm just getting to the point. Okay, is that okay? I'll just have questions. Just follow questions. So, but I'm going to the last block of questions, okay? Because it's going fast today, talking a lot. But I like it because it gets no, okay. So I was like, oh, maybe it's just like not entertainment so much. No, okay. So guys, in the last block of questions, changing subject yet again, but it's important, okay? It's important, okay? So now about Turkey. Okay, what guys? I mentioned this before, but I want more details because I think I was using cards before. But what does Turkey have on Trump? Do they have, because I am convinced for some reason that they have evidence of Jared and Trump and the death of Khashoggi. Remember how they were so much on the news all the time talking about, they have every detail of it. I'm sure they have details of many things, but why were they talking about so much? Because there has, that's like, remember how like how they would talk about it and then Trump would get nervous. So I want to know, what do they have? Do they have something on Trump like that, or is it just a children's tape, BB tape, or what? Okay, so what does Turkey have on Trump? Guys, I see this image of Jared going inside of going into a helicopter. I don't know, what is he doing? What does he have? What is Jared going in a helicopter? Why does he have information? What is this helicopter about? What does it mean, helicopter? What is a helicopter? You know what it's saying, guys? Do you remember this story about Jared? Okay, at the very, I remember when I still remember the graphics I did when, that time for Jared. Like Jared had gone to Saudi Arabia, and then how there was a coup in Saudi Arabia. Do you remember this? Like early on the Trump presidency, there was a coup done by MBS, and he killed some of his own family members. Yeah. something like that. Because I'm remembering the helicopters. There was people who were thrown from helicopters. Do you remember this story? There was a helicopters, like something like that. There was a helicopter accident, and it's saying that how Jared getting a helicopter. Remember? Oh, this is right. Do you remember how like Jared? It was something like Jared went over there, and then literally 24 hours later there was a coup. Do you remember? I remember this. Do you remember this? That's it. He went over there, and then the next day there's a coup. Oh, interesting. Oh, how fascinating. Oh, good. No, interesting. 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 Right? So they were saying that the embassy, oh that's right, they were able to get, because he passed on the information, guys. This is the thing, this is true. Jared gave the names of people who were, oh my god, this is somebody said, I feel like it's so real to me. I don't know if it's has ever been proven, but he went into the he asked for information about, he asked for information about the people in Saudi Arabia who were against MBS, and he found it and he gave it to him as a means to get his loyalty. And he actually went and he delivered this information to him, I think. Right? Do you remember this? Yes. And I think somehow they know it. They seem to have information about it. And they know this is, I know you're owned by Saudi Arabia, but yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. And oh my God. Okay, more information here, guys. So okay, so today is very a lot of information. So sorry, I feel like this is kind of weird. Okay, sorry. So okay, so this is important. So did you see the news? Like even yesterday, even today, that the Russians are now wanting to do they want to do the nuclear deal with the Saudis. Did you see this? Just on top of all of it. Now the Russians are meeting with the Saudis. They're saying they want to do a nuclear deal. They will help with your nuclear deal because that deal is supposed to be the biggest money maker of all time. It's like 400 billion. It's like insane amounts of money like that. So the Russians don't really have the technology, and this is what we're saying. The Russians are prepared to collaborate with America and such and such and Israel to give Saudi Arabia a nuclear deal. So the problem is Russia, as you know, does not really have the technology that the Saudis want. The US does. So this is it. The Russia went behind the, Trump is stupid, right? So they're like, well, let's get it together. I want the money to, everybody wants the Saudi money because they are really the ones with money. So that's what it's showing also. Okay. This is the news. This is within the news. So the Russians want to take the Trump out of the deals. And this is one of the things they use. Okay, so oh my God, so much. Oh my God. So they guys, there's so much compromise going on. Oh my God. So yes, so the answer is yes, guys. But this is already reflecting in how is it being used? It's being used by, it's being used by the other countries. Like, oh yeah, now you're gonna make it. We want it. We want it. Yeah, we want it. We want it. We want it, or you're gonna make it public. So is this gonna come out while Trump is president, the secret of Jared? Is it gonna come out? Guys, it's telling me, I hope it's telling me, I told you that the Turkey is going to be reined in, and already it's happening, I think, right, by many other countries. But I think if the guy wants revenge, he may make that public about Jared. I don't know, guys. Have you noticed how there's nothing about Jared? Isn't it strange? Jared is quiet. Have you noticed? These people are the biggest criminals of all time. Jared is like is not even worse. I don't know if he's worse than Trump, but he's right there with Trump. Perhaps worse in some ways, but it's quiet. Have you noticed? It's eerily quiet with Jared. Think about it. Don't you think it's strange? They're so quiet with Jared. Jared is another criminal that he needs to be in the White House to protect himself. But oh my God, it's just like, oh my God. So okay, so when is it? When is something gonna break about Jared? I'm tired of like the quietness about Jared. When is it gonna come? What is okay? Same thing about Saudi Arabia. Rudy Giuliani, really? Giuliani? Really interesting. It's saying that Giuliani. I don't think so. I don't think Giuliani. It's saying he's going to talk about everybody, but there's already investigations into. Oh, that's right. They're saying they don't want to. They don't want to go into Trump's family. Is the last card on the table. they're going to go through everything and save the best for last. That's the thing. Save the best for last. Okay. 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 So guys, oh my God, it's a lot. I have to go soon, but I want to do that. This is continues the kind of theme here. So Trump, this is not, I'm serious. Trump just sent 2,000 troops to Saudi Arabia. When will it stop? It's obvious he's selling U.S. foreign policy to the highest bidder. Is there a way to stop his actions before he is formally removed / impeached? Okay, so let's see. Does the CIA just? I may ask her question first. Does the CIA know about? Yeah, everybody knows. Everybody knows, guys. There's so much. Yeah, everybody knows. Not just the CIA. All kinds of intel agencies know about it. They're just waiting for time here. Waiting for time. Waiting for time. Because guys, as long as Trump is president, think about it, because they don't want to be the bottom of, like, exactly what Trump did to Ukraine. If you have to do something, if you are, do something for Trump's family, who knows what he could do, right? So that makes sense, but as soon as he's under threat, he's going to come out. Okay, so okay, next. So the thing about Saudi Arabia, how is it going to end? Because Trump, guys, Trump has to stop. He's doing everything like that. Can you imagine sending troops to Saudi Arabia? Like, we don't want wars. We just need bodyguards for Saudi Arabia, okay? Yeah, he wants the military to be like a mercenary army. Okay, but how is it going to be stopped? It's just gonna, guys, I feel like it's telling me there's gonna be more revelations about the military story of how he helped Putin. They're telling me, do you remember, they're saying here, do you remember how one of the things that came out in the news is that the Turkish army knew the locations of the US Army? How did you know that? How did they know that? They seem to know exactly where they were going. How did they know that? Think about it. So they were saying there's going to be more, and I don't know if it's even possible. They're saying there's going to be a vote of no confidence on Trump in terms of foreign policy. I don't know how, but that's what it shows. Guys, to me, even though I respect the military and everything, I just don't understand, how could that be that they're sending 2,000 troops to Saudi Arabia? Are you kidding? That to me is wrong. How could that be? How could that be? Well, this is thing, he's sold out. Saudi Arabia owns him. You're saying, because you're saying they never thought, they're like, oh, whatever, it's not a big deal, it's not this and that. But he should have been stopped earlier. I mean, Jesus Christ, think about it, guys. It's just saying that it is what it is. That the president has the power to do certain things, and he just needs to be stopped. Oh my God, it's so depressing. It's so depressing. When is it going to be stopped? 3 weeks? No, I don't know, guys. I feel like there's a way that they stop it. Right? They have to follow orders. They can't just do whatever, right? Oh my God. I feel like there's gonna be a resolution on Trump. It's like, around Thanksgiving or right after Thanksgiving or something, and then he's out. Like, he's not. I told you, he's gonna refuse to leave the White House. I don't know how, guys. It's like so crazy to me. Like, how? It's very upsetting here. So how does this? Okay, so when is he going to stop being able to tell the military what to do? When? How? They're gonna I don't know, guys. Oh, maybe executive. There's something where they can't. But I think if the president wants to do something, he has executive orders, right? But it can be challenged in court, I think, right? I don't know. I don't know exactly. That's what I think it is. They're telling him, we're gonna challenge all of it, and they just have to get him out. Okay, that's it. They have to get him out. Hmm. And the military is telling the GOP, we're not going to support you if you know what I mean? Think about it, guys. It's so awful. Oh my God. So, guys, just to finish, I know 5 minutes, okay, but just to finish. So, what is next in terms of like this week? Okay, just quickly, just a quick rundown here. Maybe, okay. So, for Democrats, okay, this week, they have no evidence. They're like, oh, here's evidence. So, have evidence. Financial documents, more financial documents. A couple more people coming out. There's more. The Republicans, they're like hiding. They want to hide. They're hiding because they don't know how they're going to win. Guys, the Republicans still believe they're going to win elections. and they're realizing they're seeing. I see that the Republicans are seeing their numbers. They have these secret poll numbers. I don't know. They run their own. They're seeing here the Republicans run their own polls. They don't make all of them public. They kind of change the numbers a little. So they're saying in their polls how bad things look for them. They're just shocked at how bad everything is. So they're like, I don't know him. No, 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 no. So okay. And they try to not be seen with Trump very much, okay? Because they have to start planning if Trump goes down. What camp are they gonna be on, okay? Okay, so they're like trying to meet with what's his name, Mitt Romney and stuff like that, but they still are insecure. Okay, so what about Trump and company? It's showing the White House sinking lower, and they're like so desperate, guys. This is all about it's like Trump and Stephen Miller. You know, yeah. I don't know. Is any Republican? I don't know, guys. I really, they because okay, what their concept of America is anybody who looks like me. So, who looks like me and repeats what I say. So they have a different concept of country, I think. It's gone too far. They knew because the thing about the Republicans, guys, they know, and the Republicans, a lot of them are actually they know the reality. The reality is they could not win normal elections. That the game is rigged, right? That they just can't win traditional elections. So they need a help in some way. They need some sort of a combination of voter fraud and voter suppression. Okay, so I don't know. So that's what I mean. I just feel like that's a problem. Is that is not Trump. Is that if the investigation goes into voter fraud and voter suppression, it exposes them. Trump is not the only time they have done this. Okay, it does not start with Trump. It comes from before, and that's the thing they're afraid of. Okay, that's why they don't say anything because they know. Guys, if we know, don't you think they know? If we know, like we're like random people, granted, like we have psychic investigators, but really, think about it. If we know, how could they not know? They know. They must know. They're not stupid, right? They're not that. They're like, oh no, I don't know. I don't know. The crime shows they say, so you were here and somebody died and they were screaming. You didn't hear anything? No, I did not hear anything. No, no, I didn't hear. No, I didn't. No, I didn't hear. Same thing. It's like, don't you think? Okay, don't you think? I know. Okay, exactly. The junk. Okay, I just feel, guys. There's something so shady. Okay, exactly. I don't know. It goes way back. This thing goes way back. I don't believe that is like, is in the first. Oh, the Trump is the first. That's a problem. The problem is that it's guys. It's telling me. Told you before that when the Russians hacked, they hacked both. They hacked the RNC and the DNC. They kept email for themselves. They kept the email for themselves. They're doing this stuff to the Republicans in a different way than they did to the Democrats, and in some ways it's worse because they didn't catch in much that was like anything. I was like, I got a risotto recipe. I got a risotto recipe from what is it, the name was? What was the guy? John Podesta. John Podesta. you know. So, but with the Republicans, they actually got some shady stuff. Okay. Okay. So in a way, so you see what I'm saying? So it's like they know how. The funny thing is that the Russians seem to know that the Republicans stole elections before, I think. And that is the key here. That's why they're so afraid. That's why I think ultimately that's the bottom line. It's not that they think about, is that they're afraid. Okay, exactly. This is why they're so afraid. It's not because of Trump, it's because the entire Republican Party goes down. And I'm not justifying what they're doing, but I can see why from that perspective, if you know what I mean. Why they have look at the pillow. Why they have all of it, the stuff in place because they're afraid. Okay, so okay, more information on there. Okay, so now, okay, so wow, guys, today was big, today. So Trump, that's right, they're crazy. So what about Giuliani? Giuliani is like, he's crazy. He's like, oh, and then I could be wrong, but I feel like the indictment of Giuliani is gonna come soon. Like either I don't know. I don't want to make a predictions, but I think it's coming soon. So okay, so this week 4. Other co-conspirators in the Ukraine case. Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, there's going to be more revelations. What revelations? What revelations? Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's so interesting because guys, those people they thought nobody cares. Nobody cares. They were being recorded, okay, these people. So all the people they talked to on telephone, they spoke to so many people. And guys, okay, another interesting, okay, very interesting here. Do you remember how I told you before that guy, the Republican governor, well, I forgot his name, DeSantis. Do you remember him? How I saw that he was going to go down. He had gone to Israel. Do you remember this story? This was like I don't know when, relatively recently. So he was photographed. These guys were connected to his election. They had donated to his election, and they were photographed in the party for his election when he won. So there's more, because that means, guys, okay, what does that really mean? That means that federal investigators that are going for a campaign of him. Yeah, federal investigators. Hello, I saw you hanging out with the Ukrainians. You have information? No, you have it. You have it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Julie is exactly that. She's saying they want to prevent the whole truth from coming out. I feel that's why Barr was sent in to prevent the years of election fraud from coming out. I agree. And guys, okay, not to be like, guys, I could talk for hours about could talk for hours. But really, the thing, okay, do you remember there was like, remember Kavanaugh, right? Kavanaugh, you remember how Kavanaugh, there was like all these papers that they didn't allow to be made public. Do you remember around the time there was some sort of like White House papers or something like that? Right? The thing about it, do you remember this White House papers that when he worked there, he was not, they didn't allow it to come out. And some of them are connected to this election thing, I think. It could be, I don't know, there's more. So he knows, guys, okay, this is the thing. Oh my God, this is right. I as I talk about sometimes, guys, the lawyers, all the lawyers that are in the White House, like now, and they're connected to what's his name? What is the name of that law firm? Starts with a K. What is it? There's, I forgot. Anyway, so it's this very big law firm. They're all come from this law firm. Barr, Kavanaugh, Acosta, the guy who did Epstein, everybody. But what is the other thing they have in common? Not Jonesy and the other one. No, Kirkland Ellis. That's it. Kirkland Ellis. That's it. Kirkland Ellis. So what is the thing they have in common? They all worked for the Bush administration at the same time. Okay, so the guy who Pat Cipollone, he was an assistant to Barr back in '92. Okay, right after he graduated from law school, he went to work for Barr. And then Kavanaugh was there. And then the guy who negotiated the deal for Epstein 2009 was also working for the Bush administration back in the same time, okay, in the 90s. So it can't be a coincidence that these people are there. You know what I mean? Don't you think it can't be a coincidence? It cannot be a coincidence that suddenly, you know what I mean? Don't you think? It's like, why are these people? It's because it's almost like you have a side of people who are like the clowns connected to Trump, but you have these professional. This is why it's so scary. It's because those lawyers are professional. They are connected to the Bush administration. When Barr was there the first time around, and boom, he comes back, and boom, so comes back Pat Cipollone. He seems like a crazy guy, but he's not. Why haven't journalists connected the dots? Because guys, this is you can't prove, like, what are you going to prove? But they don't look either, right? They don't want to know. Think about it. I think they don't. I don't know, guys. It's like, I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to know. It can't, because but there are, it's like those documents haven't been released about Kavanaugh. I think guys, don't you think it's not a coincidence? Okay, it's not a coincidence. I just don't think it is. So these are because if you think of the lawyers, guys, they are the professional part of the Trump administration, which is scarier because they know what they're doing. They're doing all of it because, as you know, there's a part of. I was telling you guys, Pat Cipollone is the guy who started the National Catholic Prayer Breakfast, and who is another co-founder, the guy from Federalist Society. These people are friends. They're the same generation, and they were all, even what's his name, the guy that Rod Rosenstein, and they were all, you know, the other thing they're connected to is the Clinton impeachment. They hated Clinton, and they were part of the young lawyers who were in town trying to take Trump, Clinton down back in those days. Okay, they hate, I hate Clinton, I hate him. Okay, so this all, guys, it's like, it's this people came back and they're trying to, like, you know, because yeah, it's very, because oh my god, you know what I'm getting, guys, I have to go, I have a lecture, but okay, last conversation. So guys, you know, the other thing is very important is coming to me. So you know how, okay, so Barr, do you remember Barr? He went back to all these weird countries to try to find informations to change the truth about what happened with Russia. And let's get real, he must have known what happened with the Republicans back in those days, don't you think? That's what I think. He's, it's not the first time he's cleaning up the truth, you know, the truth. It's not the first time he's trying to hide information, I don't think. You know, so anyway, so I have to go, guys. Okay, I have to go. I have to go, but I'll see you later, alligators. Okay. Tomorrow I have I can't do tomorrow personal, but on Wednesday, going forward, go back. Okay. All right. Have a good night. Okay.